Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. Now, first off, I'm going to apologise to anyone that was expecting Stranded Deep. That's not gone. It is just a case of I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 to such an extent since it's come out. It's basically a lot of what I've been thinking about, and I don't think I'd have done Stranded Deep justice this week because I'd have been wanting to play this instead. So I don't know if this is going to be a full playthrough or whether this is just going to be the odd episode here or there, purely because I don't know how good this is once you get into the main bit of the game as a YouTube Let's Play, because there's quite a lot of walking around and bits and pieces along those lines. It might require a bit more editing, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to see how it goes and see how this lands. But like I say, Stranded Deep's not gone. Very well might be back next week. But it is just a case of I just wanted to play this. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to make YouTube videos that I want to play. So that's where we are. So you can see I've got to continue, but I'm actually going to do a new game for this so we can start from the beginning. We've got 3 different difficulty levels, and I'm going to go on balance because that, from what I understand and have been reading, is basically like the core main D&D experience. So this is where it reflects how it would actually feel if you were to play D&D, whereas Explorer's a lot nicer. It fudges a few more of the dice rolls, and Tactician is basically hardcore and brutal, and they will go after people. Whereas Balanced is meant to be a bit more like what it would be if you played. So let's kick off with this. Yeah, this is horrifying. I apologise if you don't like eyes. Okay, and then that should then lead us straight into the character creator. So, no, don't reset the tutorials. So, with the character creator, I am going to try and break away from what I normally do, because I normally wind up playing like an elf sorcerer. Or some form of paladin, because I have played D&D. I grew up on 3.5 and I have played 5th edition, very much skipped 4th. I think most people are in agreement that 4th was not good. So I'm going to try and break from that. So I'm going to go with this Dark Urge, because from what I understand, that gives... So effectively, these guys here are companions that we'll get throughout the game, and you can choose to start as playing as one of them. This Dark Urge isn't a companion you can pick up, but it gives you some like unique bits and pieces that go on in the story, from what I understand. So I'm going to use that as my like background to get started, and then I want to play a rogue this time. Now I could do, you know, the good old-fashioned halfling rogue, but I don't know that they're actually going to do much. What do we get? When you roll a 1 for an attack roll, you get to re-roll the dice, but must use the new roll. I mean, if you roll a 1, you're going to want to use the new roll, aren't you? An advantage on saving throws. I don't know about that. Halfling Rogue also feels a bit, you know, stereotypical. Can't move very far. So I'm going to have a play with this, and then I'm going to bring you guys back once I've got the character we're going to play as. Okay, so this is what I've gone with. I actually kind of like the default appearance that it's given, so I haven't tweaked that too much other than give our Dragonborn a tail. So I'm going to go with a Silver Dragonborn, which means I get a cold breath attack and I have resistance to cold. I've gone with Rogue, we've got Haunted One, and I have tweaked the ability slightly because it actually gives you more intelligence, but I'd rather have more charisma so I can make use of this deception and intimidation proficiencies it's giving me, and I think charisma works better for a PC character that you're going to be working with. So this is it. We need to go with a name, and I'm going to go with Rakshas. I can't remember whether it's one I've used before. It just sounds about right for a dragon, so that's what we're going to go with. And I'm happy with the default guardian, so I'm going to leave her alone. I have to say, this is a very, very cool cutscene. I do like this, and it is part of why I'm leaving them in. The cutscenes are so good in this. Good old Wilhelm scream there. Comment below if you know what I mean by the Wilhelm scream. I'm very curious to see how widely known that is. I was going to say, now this was a piece of lore that surprised me because Githyanki riding red dragons, that surprised me because I'd have thought a red dragon would have been far too proud to have allowed a Githyanki to ride it, because that's one of the fun things with D&D dragons. They're not just big powerful creatures and mounts like they are in stuff well, I say in Skyrim, but they're actually like fully sentient creatures. You can have conversations and discussions with them. They have their own agendas, and they're much more like Smaug from The Hobbit. They're not a creature, they are, yeah, they're sentient, they've got personality, and red ones are normally very, you know, certainly from when I used to play, very prideful and proud of themselves and not necessarily wanting to become subservient. Which, yeah, it surprises me. I don't know too much lore around the Githyanki, so maybe there's something there I'm missing. This is the only problem with this. I'm now sitting here going, fire resistance would have been more useful. Maybe I should have gone with red heritage instead of silver to, you know, get the resistance to fire instead of cold. I just like silver dragons. There we are in our pod. You know, I kind of wish...
Your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger.
So let's curse whoever did this to us.
The torturer behind this cruel prank will meet your malice when you get out of here. Killing. Now that sounds like your first good idea.
And we are definitely going to be embracing that kind of thing. So, here we are with the actual game, and we get to have a look around and explore. Now we can jump up here. Nope. Can we get up anywhere?
Waste a step.
Okay, we can get up here. Are there any... Yeah, there's a chest right there. Okay. And trap disarm. That's useful for us as a thieves tool. Got a dead mind flayer down here. So this is one of the things I quite like, that I can hold Alt and it will highlight anything of interest to me that I can actually get to. So there's a chest there. Can I get up there? I can. He's found a way. Oh wow, it's a long way round. And this is where I'm talking about, sort of in a long ongoing series, is how I deal with this kind of thing, because that's going to be a challenge to deal with. Only 8 gold. Okay. Can we jump down? It says that will cost us 1 XP. Not 1 XP, 1 HP. What about there? That's a bit higher. There we go.
Let's see what this does.
Okay. And then we can continue to push on. There's not a lot in this early spot from memory. Like the odd spot of gold, but like 1 gold is kind of nothing. I am going to want to upgrade my weapons because I've only got 1. There is a thing we can pick up there, but I'm not too worried about it. So let's just push on. I mean, that's just cool, isn't it, seeing all the red dragons around there?
Abomination. This is your end. Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
What made you think I was a thrall?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
We're turning into mind flayers? There must be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Okay, so the way combat works in this is everything is based around AD 20. Like everything. Now, because these two are intertwined, they can go at the same time, so I can actually do either of them first. Now, because we are a rogue, we get backstabs, we're actually going to want to have Lozelle try and... Oh, Okay, well, she took that one out. I was going to say get in the way of that one first, but she actually just, you know, straight up murdered it. I don't know if we'll repeat the same feat on our own. Nope, only 5 damage because we've got a short sword. But we can flourish. So, I've got 2 actions. I've got the main attack uses the main action, and then the flourish was a bonus action. So, you've got 1 bonus action, 1 normal action, and then an amount of movement that you can do on each turn. So she's still got her bonus action left, but she hasn't got the range to get there. So I'm just going to have to deal with that. Let the imp have his turn. There we go, fiery bolt. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get Lizelle up nice and close. And then we are going to go the other side. And the reason we can then go the other side is we can then get a sneak attack, which does extra damage, but we need to either have advantage or have an ally the other side. So let's now just start looting everything.
Anything of use?
I mean, there's a crossbow for us, that's useful. A scimitar. Light and finesse. I like that. Because light and finesse, what does that do in our comparison? So 4 to 9, so the same. But we can then 2-wield these. Okay. So that's now going to use our bonus action to use the short sword. Okay, that's fine. Potion of speed, void bomb. Right, we got that one. Right, hang on. There we go, because dual wielding as a rogue seems more appropriate. And then we can put the crossbow. There we go, we've got a crossbow as well. So if we can't get up close to someone, we've got a crossbow at least.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Okay, let's take all of that. Hang on, did that say I'm not proficient with the scimitar? I'm not proficient with the scimitar, but I am with a short sword, so I actually need to do that then. There we go. So that actually gives me something to... That means I can use them properly. And finessed weapons are going to be good for us. Because we took a high dexterity, it means our attack rolls and damage are based off of our dexterity skill, not our strength skill. Because with a normal weapon, like Lizelle's ones, she'll use her strength to increase her chance to hit and then also increase the damage. Okay. Let's start with that button. There we go. We've got stuff. I like stuff. There's someone in here.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
I'm going to look for a latch to try and open the lid.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
No, but I intend to get someone else out that might be able to help and increase my strength.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Okay, so that's where we can look at the contraption.
The console appears dormant.
Look for a switch.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Hit it.
Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Okay, alright, so that's use.
It's in that socket. Must power this thing.
There we go, okay. Let's have a look through here. We've got an intellect of arrow, which isn't going to bother me at all, but we've got a key and another scimitar. Anyone fancy being Dritz to Erden? I've now got 2 scimitars. Just can't use them, because, you know, not proficient. Okay, Eldritch Rune. We've got a button here.
Next to the pod.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
And
Get out of here before it's our turn.
that is what Lozelle is very, very worried about. Okay, so let's head back over here and see whether that rune we've got will work to get this pod open.
The console appears dormant.
Okay, let's put the rune in.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Well, let's take a look. Arcana. So this is how any kind of check works. You basically roll a 20-sided dice and you need to meet or beat the difficulty class, and you can have additives and bonuses at the bottom. But that's how D&D works. It's all off a D20. So 14, we beat it. Which means we'll get an insight into what goes on with this.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Let's open it.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
And we can use a wisdom check to open the pod, and you'll see now we get a +1. So whatever we roll, we'll get one higher.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Hopefully she'll be of use.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company's what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Alright then, let's get going.
Shadowheart. One moment.
What was that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Now the reason I wanted this individual is this is Shadowheart for those that haven't met her, and she's a cleric, so she will be our healer. Right, okay, and then let's push on. Okay, there we go, this way round.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Yank.
Those two are going to be friends. Right, and in we go.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Okay, and here we have a lot of initiative, a lot of new fighting. So, I'm up first. I really didn't want to be up first. Sure, let's try and get this. Cool. That was the dual weapon working well. And then we'll continue to push on. Okay, and then Shadowheart can get over here and clock this one. Badly. She's not the greatest at hitting things. That's not actually her job. So we'll send Lizelle up. And we'll get her to shoot that with a bow. There we go. That's that dealt with. Cool. She has got a bonus action left, but we haven't got anything we can use in range. Okay, that's got me got. Can't quite get to that, so again, we'll push forwards.
Carry me.
Swap to our ranged weapon, and we'll shoot that imp. Nice, that crossbow did good work. Okay, right. Then we'll get Lizelle coming up. Oh no, that's Shadowheart. Right. Has she... what was it? Hang on, I thought she had... Maybe not. Okay, I was watching someone else do this and they had an ability somehow with Shadowheart with command, and they basically commanded this guy to put his sword down, which worked out brilliantly because they then picked it up. Right, what we can do with Lizelle is we can do a dash, which means we can move a lot further than normal because we can't really get involved in this fight. We're not going to be useful in that because we're what, level 1 and he is level 8. So that's just not going to work for us. So we will want to probably move up as well. There we go. That's why I didn't want to dash, because I know more appears.
Hurry before they strike.
So we'll push forward, and now we've got some things we have to worry about. So we'll step forward, and we'll try and shoot that imp. Awesome. And then those two will just keep knocking 10 bells out of each other. Yeah, I really thought she had charm person. Yeah. Alright, let's move her up. And then Shadowheart has nothing she can do in range there, so we'll just end that turn. Right, Lizelle can push forwards and shoot that imp with her bow. I think she's only got a short bow. Yeah, that's why it doesn't do a lot of damage.
It hits the ground. We're dead.
Whereas I, on the other hand, have a crossbow, which does deal more damage. Yeah. So those two are just going to keep knocking 10 bells out of each other. Right, we'll push Shadowheart up and get her to shoot that ball, because she has a fire cantrip. Right, can you get close enough to hit it? No. So you can shoot it. Oh, which was actually enough to get it. And then we'll just push everyone forwards. Right, now I think I can now dash, because this is basically a free action, it doesn't cost me anything. And then we can interact with the transponder.
The Helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
really wish that if you had any kind of link to Red Dragons there, you could make some kind of comment or discussion in that cutscene. But I don't think you can. And out you go into a free fall.
You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you.
And there we go. That is the prelude completed. So now we're on the beach. We now start the game, I'm going to say proper, because this is where we now don't have it sort of lined out. But that's where I'm going to wrap it up today. So do let me know what you think. Do let me know if you'd want to see the continuing adventures. But other than that, thank you very much for joining me today. As usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they will help the channel grow. They help get out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my patrons. Please don't forget that as a patron, you do gain access to the save files for both Satisfactory and Stranded Deep, so you can explore those worlds at your leisure. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.